How you doing?
Good, good. We had our big opening night party last night, so it was
Yeah, it's very exciting. So you guys, it's cool. You're doing like a kind of a cross between virtual dates and in person. You had your in person kickoff last night. I guess first off, because your film festival's been around for a while, can you tell us a little history about it before we get into what's going on at it this year?
yeah. So we're in our 13th year, and we've been pretty strong from the beginning with the mission to promote and show content made by women in various leadership roles, not just women directors. And we've just felt really very strongly about the input that women have in those key department head positions, because the movies would not be made without these women. And then a lot of creative input goes into the editing position, the production design. Movie's just not going to be made without a producer. The cinematographer is not considered above the line. But we're like, that's crazy. So
it is crazy.
Yeah, so the writer, it's like, well, there'd be no movie or TV show without the script. I mean, yeah, you have all the reality stuff, but I'm not talking about that. So yeah, it's we've been really focused on promoting all those big positions and elevating them creatively and hopefully career-wise as well. It's really cool to see people where they were several years ago and seeing them now doing other things, and then people collaborating together. And the goal was always to go virtual eventually, and also to start our little distribution platform. And the pandemic just kind of forced us to just do that last year.
Oh, cool.
And,
well, I always think more festivals should do that. I mean, like, I just moved to Florida, so it's not like I could attend it this year anyway, but the virtual things I can be a part of and stuff. So, so your virtual ones already started the 17th, right? And they kind of run through October 3rd, I believe.
Yes. So plenty of time to catch a lot of movies and our panels and some of our little fun online Zoom meetings and meetups. I know it's not quite the same as being in person, but some people are really really cool and giving of themselves on these platforms. I think just the pandemic has lent itself to that, but I know a lot of people have Zoom fatigue, but I think a lot of people get a lot out of it too.
I'm the same way, but I totally understand. So let's talk about your in-person events you got going on. It runs out, I believe now to September 27th. You just had opening night last night. How did that go first?
It was good. I mean, I'm impressed that anybody is showing up to anything in person. So we had a nice little turnout. It wasn't too many people. We're outside, poolside, and we had a guy named Sensi who we had 2 years ago, who played the steel drums, and that was just really nice. So we just were just relaxing and talking to people, but it was just, everybody was able to have breathing room and just enjoy the music and relax and just like, we're around other humans that we don't live with. So, and everybody has to be vaccinated, and we physically look at them, or they just send us copies, and wear masks. We ask people not to wear masks, or wear a mask as long as they're not eating or drinking. So again, outside we're really comfortable with that environment. So yeah,
absolutely.
And then tonight kicks off our screenings, and we moved to a really big theater, a 410 seat theater, and we're capping it at 100 seats. So there's plenty of room for social distancing in there. And same thing, airplane rules, if you're not eating or drinking, mask on. So yeah, that's
love it. And what else you got coming up? So besides tonight, and because it runs now through Monday?
So films until Sunday night, and then Monday nights are awards ceremony and celebration at a really nice Italian restaurant in Beverly Hills, outside again. And we've been there, I guess we've done like 3 or 4 parties there already. So we're really happy to be back there as well. And we're happy to be back at the Mosaic Hotel this year, because they've been good to us. So we'll continue to, be a part of their patronage. We'll continue to help them out and promote them, because they've helped us out. So
Well, I kind of got sidetracked a little bit, but I always hear Bionic Buzz. We're all about people's passion, so I like to know where your passion for filmmaking kind of came from that made you start this film festival. And I'm sure you've done other projects yourself on your own too. Was a certain movie inspired as a kid, or something that was just natural for you? You know.
Gosh, I don't know. I guess I've just always been obsessed with cameras ever since I was
Mhm.
little. It's really funny. It's random, but I mean, my mom made digitized all these like videos, home videos for me when I was a baby, and there's like video of me being fascinated with the video camera, like my mom's like filming my dad filming, and I'm all like so serious, and I was like, oh my god, like I have been fascinated with cameras before I could even speak, and it just examined me, like I look like it's really, I mean, at first it startled me. I was like, that's kind of like scary focus on a camera. So yeah, I've just always been fascinated with cameras. I used to make little videos all the time with my friends and my sister, and I'd dress them up and tell them to do this and that. So yeah, I
That's
guess.
so cool.
And then and then I guess, gosh, there's so many films that really impacted my life. I'll say mainly I was the horror films that I was kind of like
Yeah.
forced to watch at the sleepovers with my friends. But that didn't really, those kind of films really stuck with me. But then just the power of beautiful films and like The Wizard of Oz and things with magic, watching all those old films with my family. Just, I don't know, just the movie magic.
That's
I grew up in a
awesome.
really small town, so that was a nice escape to
Yeah, a lot of
other
trip to
worlds.
I guess it'd be. Did you have Blockbuster there or Hollywood
We didn't
Video
even have a
or?
Blockbuster nearby. It was like Vidmark or something like that. We'd have to drive pretty far to
Uh,
get to a Blockbuster. But I mean, like watching the Star Wars movies later on with my dad, and just fun, crazy things like Spaceballs. Just things that you would
oh, I
just
love
find,
Spaceballs.
random things you'd find on the shelf. That
Yeah.
not always the newest thing, but
Well, that's
things like
cool. So,
that
I
are
mean,
really
you took
cool.
that passion, left a small town, and now you're doing this amazing film festival supporting women in film in Beverly Hills, of all places. That's really
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, I never, yeah, it was definitely not in my thought process at all to run a festival, but it just, once I started making projects of my own, I realized how
Mhm.
bad the business was for women. And I was like, oh dear,
Yeah.
this is crazy. Like I'm meeting all these incredible women with all of this training, all this talent, and all, amazing reels, and they just weren't getting work. And then, you know, not against men getting work, but it was just like a lot of their counterparts who weren't to me nearly as brilliant and like
Mhm.
say cinematography or directing or writing, or working in studio films or studio level big budget commercials, things like that. So I was just, why is that? I don't know. Like, it just seems like there's just something should change. That and then you add people of color and all that. I mean, it just, yeah. So I
I
don't
love
know.
it.
I'm really passionate about giving people opportunity and
That's
merit-based
really cool. And you said
opportunity.
like some people met in past film festivals and collaborating in projects in the future. So that's amazing, you know?
Yeah, it is cool, especially when they come back to our festival with something. They're like, hey, oh my gosh, it's been like 2 or 3 years or whatever, and you come back with a new project. It's exciting.
Mhm.
So yeah, we feel really good about those outcomes.
Very cool.
And
Well,
then
before I
like
let you go, because the film festival, like I said, in person, it ends the 27th. The virtual goes through October 3rd. You can go to ladyfilmmakers.com for all the information, how you can be in person or virtual on Zoom. Any other projects are you coming up after this? Or anything you'll be working on? Or you have time for anything? Or
I'm working on a children's book,
oh,
and then
cool.
obviously, for me personally, that I also would like to develop into a screenplay, and then just building the Lady Filmmakers channel that we launched early this spring. So that
Oh, that's
is
awesome.
really important to me to make that a really big thing. So so yeah, lots going
Okay.
on.
Where
Thank you
can
so
we
much for asking.
oh, no problem. Where can we follow your journey going forward on social media, or a particular social media network or you're on? And
You can follow me on on Instagram, Patricia Disalvo Viayra. or all my Lady Filmmakers stuff is just literally at Lady Filmmakers. I'm not really good at promoting myself. I should, but because I'm so busy promoting everybody else.
Oh, I totally understand, you know.
I appreciate it. But yes, every once in a while I will post something that I've done or am doing. And I do have something in post, little Christmas movie that I hope will get finished. I forgot, yeah, hopefully we'll finish that by the end of the year. But yeah, all the moving everything online and doing the channel launch just kind of took precedence this year.
Oh yeah,
for finishing my other personal stuff. Well, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, no problem. Let's talk down the road future projects and keep up the amazing work. All right.
Oh, thank you.